What if I told you that deep within you lies a power so immense, so undeniable, that it has the potential to reshape everything in your life? A force so raw and infinite that the reality you know could be redefined, if only you knew how to access it. This power isn't some mystical force beyond your control. It's not some faraway dream. No, it's real, and it's already inside of you. It's invisible, it's intangible, but it is all-encompassing. It is the invisible power that has been at work since the beginning of time, the power through which every creation in the universe has emerged, and it's yours to command. We have been told for centuries that this force is external, that it resides in some higher power or deity. But what if the truth is simpler? What if the force is not beyond you, but within you? What if this invisible power is the very essence of your being, the force that animates your thoughts, your actions, your dreams, and your destiny? This power is the source of everything. It is the essence from which all things have been created and are continually being recreated. We can call it the universe. We can call it spirit. We can call it God. But none of these labels truly capture its full potential. It is an energy that permeates everything, and it is within your reach, should you choose to tap into it. The question is, do you truly believe it? You see, this power is often misunderstood, misdirected, or forgotten. Why? Because we are distracted by the physical world, by the material world. We focus on the tangible, on what we can see and touch with our senses. The world tells us that the only real power lies in the body, in the visible, in what we can see with our eyes. But the truth is that this body, this physical entity you call you, is just the surface. The true force, the true power, is invisible. It is the impersonal subconscious mind that holds the key to everything. The conscious mind, the mind that is aware of itself, the one that makes decisions, the one that takes action, is limited. It is constrained by the beliefs we hold, by the restrictions we impose on ourselves, by the doubts we harbor about our own potential. This conscious mind has willpower, yes, but that willpower is fragile. It is susceptible to fear, to distraction, to the weight of the world. But the subconscious, the impersonal mind, operates beyond those limitations. It is a realm of infinite possibility, of boundless potential, and of a power that operates on a level beyond human comprehension. The subconscious is not bound by time or space. It is not governed by limitations. It doesn't know defeat. It doesn't know failure. It simply is, and in its existence, it has access to resources far greater than anything the conscious mind can imagine. It is here, in this invisible realm, that the true power resides. But too many of us live our lives without ever acknowledging it. We work within the confines of the conscious mind, thinking we are limited by what we see, by what we know, and by what we've been taught. But what if I told you that you are not bound by these limitations? What if I told you that your true potential is hidden in the subconscious mind, and it is waiting for you to tap into it? Visualization is the key to unlocking this power. It begins with the mind. You must first create a mental image of what you want. Clear, distinct, vivid. You must see it in your mind before you can ever hope to see it in your reality. The thoughts you entertain in your mind are the blueprints of your future. The clearer your vision, the clearer your path to success. You must see your future in its entirety. You must visualize it in such detail that it becomes as real to you as the ground beneath your feet. Only then will the universe align itself to bring your vision to life. But make no mistake, this is not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. Visualization requires hard, relentless mental labor. You must build the image, refine it, perfect it. You must work on it every day, strengthening it, shaping it, until it becomes more than just an idea. It becomes a certainty, a knowing, a truth that cannot be shaken. You must not only visualize it, but you must believe in it. You must have faith in its existence before it ever materializes. You must align your thoughts, your actions, and your energy to the future you are creating. The path to manifestation is not linear. It is not a straight line. It is a journey, a process of unfolding. It begins with idealization, the creation of the plan. This is the most important step. The plan must be solid. It must be concrete. You are laying the foundation for your future, and it must be strong. You must visualize every detail. See every part of your future, from the smallest detail to the grandest vision. Do not settle for mediocrity. Do not accept anything less than your grandest vision. The more detailed your visualization, the more real it becomes. You must see your goals as already achieved. See them as if they are happening right now. Only then can they truly manifest. But idealization is not enough. You must move beyond the mental image and into the realm of action. Visualization must lead to action. This is where most people fail. They think that just by thinking about it, by visualizing it, things will happen. But no, action is required. You must work relentlessly towards your goal. You must take the steps, make the sacrifices, do the work. Every action you take brings you one step closer to your goal, and every step is a step towards creating the reality you desire. The path to manifestation is a journey of trust. Trust in the process. Trust in the power within you. Trust in the law of attraction that will bring you what you need to fulfill your vision. But trust alone is not enough. You must also be willing to make demands. Demand what you deserve. Demand what you are entitled to. The universe responds to demand. When you align your thoughts, your energy, and your will with your desire, the universe will begin to unfold the opportunities, the people, the resources, and the circumstances that you need. And when those opportunities arise, you must act. You must take the chance, seize the moment, and take the steps required to bring your vision to life. But here's the secret. The subconscious mind does not work on the conscious mind's timeline. The subconscious mind is not concerned with when you think it should manifest. It operates on its own time, its own schedule. Your job is to remain patient, to trust, and to keep working, day after day, towards your goal. The more you visualize, the more you act, the more you align yourself with your vision, the more likely it is to manifest in your life. The world is a reflection of the thoughts you entertain. If you think of lack, of fear, of limitation, you will attract those very things. But if you focus on abundance, on success, on power, you will attract those things into your life. You must become the master of your thoughts. You must think with purpose. You must think with clarity. And above all, you must think with confidence. The universe will mirror your thoughts. If you think small, you will remain small. If you think big, you will become big. If you think fear, you will manifest fear. But if you think courage, you will manifest courage. You must visualize your goals with a relentless intensity. You must keep the image in your mind until it becomes part of your very being. And when you hold that image with unwavering belief, the world will have no choice but to align itself with your vision. The law of attraction is real. It is not some abstract concept. It is a law of the universe, as real as gravity, as real as the air you breathe. But like any law, it requires you to follow it. It requires you to align your thoughts, your actions, and your energy with your desires. So ask yourself, are you ready to claim your power? Are you ready to harness the invisible force that is already inside of you? Are you ready to visualize your future with such clarity and conviction that the universe will have no choice but to bring it into being? The time is now. The power is yours. The universe is waiting for you to step up and claim what is rightfully yours. The question is, will you? Will you rise to the challenge and unlock the limitless potential that lies within you? The choice is yours. Make it count. Lesson 1. Recognizing the infinite power within. Key concept. The first and most essential step in transforming your life is to recognize and acknowledge the immense invisible power that resides within you. This power is not some abstract concept or force external to you. It is an inherent part of who you are. To access it, you must first believe that it exists within you, waiting to be tapped into. Without this understanding, without this recognition, you will remain trapped by the limitations of your own mind, focusing on what is visible and material, rather than the infinite potential within. The invisible power. Many of us are taught to look for answers and solutions outside of ourselves. We search for power, wealth, success, and happiness in external sources, other people, material possessions, circumstances, or achievements. While these things may bring temporary satisfaction, they do not hold the key to lasting fulfillment or success. The real source of power does not lie outside of you, but within. This power, though invisible to the naked eye, is the foundation for all that you desire. Imagine for a moment that your thoughts are more than just fleeting, unimportant occurrences. They are powerful forces, energies that, when focused and directed, can create the reality you experience. This is the essence of the invisible power within you. It is not just a concept. It is a practical, tangible force that can be accessed and utilized. Once you realize that this power is within you, you begin to take responsibility for the world you create. You are no longer at the mercy of external factors. You are the creator of your own life, your own future. Taking responsibility for your power. To tap into this invisible power, you must take full responsibility for your life and your circumstances. This does not mean blaming yourself for everything that has happened or feeling guilty for past mistakes. Responsibility here means accepting that you are the creator of your experiences. You are the one who shapes your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. When you understand that the power to change your life is within you, you begin to take control of your thoughts and choices. No longer are you a passive participant, swept along by the tides of life. Instead, you become an active creator, aware of your thoughts and how they impact your reality. The moment you recognize this power, everything shifts. No longer do you feel helpless, overwhelmed, or out of control. You now realize that you are the one who can influence your circumstances, and that every thought you entertain has the potential to change your world. The power of thought. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas. They are energy, vibrating at a specific frequency. When you consistently think a certain way, you begin to align yourself with that energy. For example, if you constantly think about lack, whether it's lack of money, love, or opportunity, you are aligning yourself with the energy of lack. Your mind becomes a magnet, attracting more of the same into your life. But the opposite is equally true. If you focus your thoughts on abundance, success, and possibility, you align yourself with those energies and attract those circumstances into your life. This is the foundation of the invisible power within you. Your thoughts are not mere distractions or background noise. They are the blueprint for your life. The more clearly you define what you want, the more your thoughts and energy can align with that vision. But the key is to take full responsibility for those thoughts, to be aware of the ones you allow into your mind, and to consistently feed your mind with thoughts that are aligned with your highest vision for yourself. Shifting your focus. Many people live their lives focused on the material world, on what they can see, touch, and feel. While the material world is real, it is not the source of your true power. The real power lies in your ability to focus on what is unseen, the ideas, beliefs, and thoughts that shape your reality. This shift in focus is critical. Instead of giving your energy to external circumstances and conditions, focus on the thoughts and beliefs that create those conditions. You have the ability to change your perception of reality. You have the ability to shift your focus from what is wrong or lacking in your life to what is possible and abundant. By doing so, you begin to draw more of what you desire into your experience. But this requires discipline and conscious effort. The power within you is always accessible, but it takes focused intention to bring it into your life. Mindfulness and awareness. To access the invisible power within you, you must become more mindful and aware of your thoughts. Many of us go through life on autopilot, not fully aware of the mental patterns that dominate our minds. These patterns often limit us, keeping us stuck in old habits and beliefs. Mindfulness is the practice of becoming present and aware of your thoughts, noticing the stories you tell yourself, and catching negative or limiting beliefs before they take root. Take time each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Are these thoughts serving me? Are they aligned with the life I want to create? If you find that your thoughts are negative, fearful, or limiting, gently shift them to more empowering beliefs. You don't have to fight against negative thoughts. Simply acknowledge them and choose to replace them with thoughts that are more aligned with the person you want to become. Embracing the infinite potential. When you embrace the fact that the power to shape your life is within you, you also embrace your infinite potential. There are no limitations other than those you impose upon yourself. No one else can hold you back, unless you allow them to. The only limits that exist are the ones you believe in. The moment you recognize this, the possibilities become endless. You are capable of more than you can imagine. You can achieve the impossible, manifest your wildest dreams, and create a reality that was once beyond your reach. The key is to believe in this potential. Believe that you are worthy of greatness. Believe that the universe is abundant and that you are entitled to its riches. Believe that you have the ability to create the life you desire, no matter where you are starting from. The power within you is infinite, and as soon as you realize that, you unlock the door to a future that is limitless. Action steps for lesson 1. Practice mindfulness. Start each day by becoming aware of your thoughts. Spend 5 minutes simply observing what's on your mind. Notice any patterns or recurring thoughts that could be limiting you. Reframe. Limiting beliefs. Identify one limiting belief you hold about yourself or your situation. Challenge that belief by asking, is this truly true? Replace it with a more empowering belief that aligns with your goals. Affirm your power. Create a daily affirmation that reinforces your connection to this infinite power. For example, I am the creator of my reality. My thoughts shape my world, and I have the power to transform my life. Visualize success. Spend time each day visualizing yourself living the life you desire. See it in vivid detail. Imagine how it feels to have everything you want. Make the vision so real that it becomes undeniable. Shift your focus. Throughout the day, whenever you feel stressed or anxious, take a moment to shift your focus. Bring your attention back to what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. Remind yourself that you have the power to choose your reality. Conclusion: recognizing the invisible power within you is the first and most important step in your journey of transformation. Once you acknowledge this power, everything changes. No longer are you a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your destiny, and it all starts with the thoughts you choose to hold. Take responsibility for your power and begin to wield it consciously. You are limitless. Your potential is infinite. The world is yours to shape. Lesson 2. Visualization. The blueprint of your future. Key concept. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you have in your arsenal. It is the process of mentally creating the life you desire, a vivid, detailed image of what you want to achieve. Your thoughts are the foundation of your reality, and visualization is the practice of intentionally creating a clear mental picture of your goals. It is not enough to simply wish for something. You must see it in your mind's eye, as though it is already happening. The more clearly you can visualize your future, the more your mind will work to bring it into existence. Visualization is not just a mental exercise. It is an act of creation. Every time you visualize your desires, you are laying the groundwork for their manifestation. The clearer and more detailed the image, the more real it becomes. The mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It will treat the images you hold in your mind as if they are already true, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you are creating. The power of mental images. Your mind is a powerful tool, capable of creating and manifesting anything you focus on. However, it is crucial to understand that your thoughts are like seeds. You cannot plant a seed and expect it to grow into a tree overnight. Similarly, visualization requires consistency. The more you practice it, the more you strengthen your mental images and align yourself with your desires. The brain does not know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and one that actually happens. When you visualize success, wealth, health, or any other goal, your brain perceives it as real. Your emotions and thoughts align with that vision, triggering the subconscious mind to take action towards making it a reality. But like any skill, the more you practice visualization, the better and more powerful you become at it. How visualization creates your reality. Visualization is not a passive process. It is an active exercise in aligning your conscious mind with the subconscious. As you visualize, you are creating a blueprint of your future. This blueprint serves as a mental guide, instructing your actions and decisions. When you have a clear image of where you want to go, your mind will work to bring that vision into reality, finding opportunities, resources, and people that will help you achieve it. Your visualization acts as a magnet for your desires. It brings clarity to your path, helps you focus on what matters most, and programs your subconscious mind to seek out the necessary steps to bring that vision into your life. Whether you realize it or not, The thoughts you hold in your mind are constantly attracting and repelling situations, people, and opportunities. The clearer the image, the more precise the manifestation, creating a vivid, detailed image. The power of visualization lies in the details. A vague mental image will lead to vague results. The more detailed and specific your visualization, the more likely it is to manifest in your life. It is not enough to simply picture yourself achieving your goal. You must imagine every aspect of the experience, the sights, sounds, feelings, and emotions you would experience if your goal were already achieved. For example, if you want to become financially successful, don't just picture yourself having money. Visualize the specific lifestyle that comes with that financial success. See the home you live in, the car you drive, the vacations you take, the people you interact with. Feel the emotions of gratitude, excitement, and pride. The more vivid and immersive your visualization, the stronger the energy behind it, and the faster it will manifest. Engaging all the senses in your visualization. The key to effective visualization is not just seeing the images, but engaging all your senses. The more you can immerse yourself in the experience, the more powerful your visualization becomes. Engage your sight, your hearing, your touch, your taste, and your smell. The more senses you involve, the more real the experience becomes. You are not just imagining a goal, you are experiencing it in the mind. For example, if you visualize yourself stepping onto a stage to give a speech, imagine the light shining down on you, the sound of the crowd murmuring, the feeling of the microphone in your hand, the taste of excitement on your tongue, the weight of the words you are about to speak. Every detail will amplify the power of your vision, making it more likely to manifest. Overcoming doubt and resistance. When you first begin visualizing your goals, you may encounter resistance. Doubts may arise. Your logical mind might question, how can this happen? Is this even possible? This is natural. The conscious mind, the part of you that is aware and rational, can be skeptical. However, it is crucial to push past this resistance. Doubt is a powerful force that can sabotage your efforts. It is important to recognize doubt for what it is: a mental block that tries to keep you from realizing your full potential. When doubt arises, simply acknowledge it and keep moving forward. Do not allow doubt to take root. Use it as fuel to strengthen your resolve. Your subconscious mind does not care whether you think something is possible or not. It will create what you focus on. Therefore, the key to overcoming doubt is not to deny it, but to keep your focus firmly on your vision and continue the process of visualization. Visualization and the law of attraction. The law of attraction works in conjunction with visualization. When you visualize your desires with intense clarity and belief, you begin to align yourself with the vibrational frequency of those desires. Like attracts like. If you hold a clear mental image of success, health, wealth, or happiness, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of those things. As a result, you begin to attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities that are in alignment with your vision. Visualization amplifies the power of the law of attraction. The clearer the image, the more intense your feelings and emotions, the stronger the attraction. Your mind becomes a powerful magnet, pulling in the necessary resources to bring your vision into reality. The more you visualize, the more you believe in your power to create. And the more you align with your desires, the faster the universe will bring your dreams into your life. Practical steps for visualization. Create a clear vision. Begin by defining what you truly want. Don't just focus on the surface level. Get specific. What do you want to achieve, and how do you want to feel when you achieve it? Visualize the end result with clarity. Engage all your senses. As you visualize, bring your vision to life with as many details as possible. Use sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell to immerse yourself fully in the experience. Feel the emotions. The most powerful part of visualization is not just seeing the outcome, but feeling the emotions that come with it. Feel the pride, excitement, and joy of achieving your goal. The emotions amplify the power of the visualization. Visualize consistently. Make visualization a daily practice. Spend at least 10 to 15 minutes each day visualizing your goals. The more consistent you are, the more powerful the results. Believe in your vision. Trust that your visualization is not just a fantasy, but a real possibility. Let go of doubt and fully believe in your ability to manifest your desires. Take action. As you visualize, take inspired action toward your goal. Visualization is not just about thinking. It is about setting the stage for you to take steps toward what you want. Trust that as you move, the universe will provide the resources, people, and opportunities you need. Conclusion. Visualization is not a passive activity. It is a dynamic, powerful tool for manifesting your desires. When practiced with clarity, consistency, and belief, visualization becomes the blueprint for your future. It helps you see where you're going, keeps you aligned with your goals, and attracts the resources needed to make them a reality. The more vivid and detailed your vision, the more powerful its manifestation. Embrace visualization as the tool of creation that it is, and watch as your dreams unfold before you. Lesson 3. Idealization. Creating a solid plan for your future. Key concept. Idealization is the process of creating a clear, structured plan for your future, one that aligns with your desires and ambitions, while visualization serves as the mental image of your goals. Idealization is the mental construction of the exact steps and strategies you will take to turn that image into a reality. Visualization gives you a mental picture of your success, but idealization helps you break down that vision into actionable, tangible steps. Idealization is the foundation of success because it takes the abstract and makes it concrete. It's the blueprint of your future. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Many people visualize their desires, but fail to put a solid plan in place. Without a plan, your dreams remain just that, dreams. But once you create a structured path to your goal, you begin the process of bringing those dreams into reality. Idealization ensures that your vision is not just an aspiration, but something actionable and measurable. The power of a clear plan. The difference between someone who is successful and someone who is stuck is often the clarity and structure of their plan. Without a plan, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. But when you have a clear plan, you know exactly where you're going and how you will get there. This clarity removes confusion, fear, and hesitation, replacing them with confidence and determination. A solid plan gives you direction, and it becomes your guiding light when challenges arise. Think of your plan as the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the vehicle that transports you from one side to the other. Without it, you're left stranded, no matter how strong your desires or how vivid your visualization. But with an idealized plan, the journey becomes clear, and each step forward brings you closer to your destination. Breaking down your vision into steps. An essential part of idealization is breaking down your big vision into smaller, manageable steps. The larger your goal, the more you need to divide it into actionable components. For example, if your goal is to build a successful business, your idealization process may include breaking it down into smaller tasks like research, branding, marketing, and financial planning. Each of these tasks should be further broken down into smaller steps that you can begin acting on immediately. A goal without steps can feel overwhelming, but when you break it down, it becomes less daunting. You don't have to achieve the entire goal at once. Instead, you can focus on the next step, which will naturally lead you to the next, and the next. Idealization ensures that you're not just imagining the final destination, but also the journey, what it will take to get from where you are to where you want to be. The importance of specificity. One of the most powerful aspects of idealization is specificity. General goals like I want to be successful or I want to be rich are not specific enough. Success is a broad term, and wealth can mean different things to different people. If you don't define what success means to you, if you don't specify the exact metrics, outcomes, or results you're aiming for, your plan will lack direction. You need to create a specific, measurable vision of success so that you know exactly what you're working toward. Instead of simply saying, I want to be successful, specify, I want to be financially independent, earning $100,000 per year within the next 5 years. Instead of saying, I want to be healthy, define it as, I will lose 20 pounds in the next 6 months by exercising 4 times per week and eating a plant-based diet. Specificity clarifies your path and allows you to measure your progress along the way. Setting milestones and deadlines. Once you've broken your goal down into smaller tasks, the next step is to set milestones and deadlines for each one. Milestones are key markers that signify you've reached an important point on your journey. They give you something to celebrate along the way, which keeps you motivated. Deadlines are the time frames within which you will complete each task. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, ensuring that you stay on track and avoid procrastination. Milestones and deadlines help to create a sense of momentum. They turn your goal into a series of manageable steps with concrete outcomes, and they motivate you to continue progressing. As you check off each milestone, you'll gain confidence and motivation to continue, knowing that you are making real progress toward your ultimate vision. Anticipating obstacles. Part of idealization is preparing for obstacles. Every journey toward a big goal will have challenges. If you fail to anticipate and plan for these obstacles, you may be derailed when they occur. However, when you idealize your path, part of the process is acknowledging that there will be setbacks and challenges, and deciding in advance how you will overcome them. Anticipating obstacles is about being proactive rather than reactive. For example, if you know that you may struggle with procrastination, you can plan strategies for overcoming it, such as breaking tasks into smaller parts or setting strict deadlines. If you anticipate financial hurdles, you can build a savings plan or seek advice from a mentor ahead of time. By considering the potential obstacles in advance, you equip yourself with the tools and mindset to handle challenges when they arise, preventing them from derailing your progress. The power of commitment. Once you've idealized your path, it's important to commit to it fully. Commitment is the fuel that drives you toward your goal. When you are committed, nothing can shake your resolve. It doesn't matter how difficult the journey gets. You stay the course, knowing that every step, every challenge, and every obstacle is part of the process. Commitment is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Many people start with a dream, but when the path becomes difficult or progress seems slow, they lose their commitment and give up. But when you are fully committed, you understand that the struggle is part of the journey, and it's something to be embraced rather than avoided. Practical steps for idealization. Define your vision clearly. Take time to define exactly what you want to achieve. Be as specific as possible. Write it down in clear, measurable terms so that you know exactly what you're aiming for. Break the vision into actionable steps. Divide your vision into smaller, manageable tasks. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to get from point A to point B? Then break those tasks down further into concrete actions you can take. Set milestones and deadlines. Assign specific milestones to each part of your plan. Set deadlines for each step so that you can track your progress. Deadlines create urgency, and milestones give you something to celebrate along the way. Anticipate obstacles. Identify potential obstacles you may face. How will you handle them? Have a backup plan or strategy ready to ensure you don't get derailed when challenges arise. Commit fully. Once you've created your idealized plan, commit to it wholeheartedly. This commitment is your source of strength. Remain dedicated to your goal and trust that the process will lead to success. Conclusion. Idealization is the critical bridge between visualization and manifestation. It is where your dreams become structured, actionable plans that set you on the path to success. By breaking down your vision into concrete steps, setting clear deadlines, anticipating obstacles, and committing fully to your path, you lay the foundation for your future success. Idealization gives you clarity and focus, and it empowers you to take consistent, deliberate action towards your goals. With a solid plan in place, you're no longer just hoping for success. You're actively building it. Lesson 4. Action. Bridging the gap between vision and reality. Key concept. Visualization and idealization are essential first steps in the process of achieving your goals. But without action, they remain nothing more than thoughts and wishes. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It transforms your thoughts into reality, turning abstract ideas into tangible achievements. This lesson is about taking the steps necessary to move forward, overcoming resistance, and making progress toward your goals every single day. To achieve anything worthwhile in life, you must be willing to take consistent, deliberate action. No amount of dreaming, planning, or visualization will bring your desires into existence unless you back them up with real, physical steps. Action is the momentum that propels you forward on your journey. The power of consistent action. The difference between successful individuals and those who remain stuck is the ability to take consistent action day after day. It is easy to be motivated when you're inspired or when things are going well. The true test of your commitment comes when the excitement fades, when challenges arise, or when you encounter obstacles. At that moment, action becomes a discipline. Success isn't about having a burst of energy for a few days, then quitting when the initial excitement wears off. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is what makes the difference between fleeting motivation and long-term achievement. Consistent action, no matter how small, builds momentum. Every step forward, every task completed, and every obstacle overcome brings you closer to your goal. Overcoming resistance. Resistance is natural. It's an internal force that tries to stop you from moving forward. It manifests as procrastination, fear, self-doubt, or a lack of motivation. Resistance can appear in many forms, and it is a common experience for anyone trying to pursue meaningful goals. The key to overcoming resistance is not to expect it to disappear, but to learn how to face it head on and push through it. Whenever you feel resistance, remind yourself of the larger purpose. Why are you doing this? What is the bigger vision behind the small, difficult task at hand? Aligning your actions with your deeper purpose helps you break through resistance. The key is not to avoid the discomfort, but to move forward despite it. You will find that once you take the first step, the resistance begins to fade and momentum builds. Breaking down the big tasks. One of the biggest challenges in taking action is feeling overwhelmed by the size or complexity of your goals. When you look at your goal as one massive, insurmountable task, it's easy to become paralyzed by doubt and fear. However, the truth is that no task is as overwhelming as it first appears. The trick is to break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if your goal is to write a book, the idea of writing hundreds of pages can be intimidating. But if you break the task down into daily writing goals, such as writing a set number of words each day, what once seemed like an insurmountable challenge becomes a simple, daily task. The same applies to any goal. Break it down into smaller chunks and tackle one piece at a time. This prevents you from feeling overwhelmed and keeps you moving forward consistently. Taking immediate action. The best way to overcome procrastination is to take immediate action. Often, the hardest part of completing any task is getting started. Once you start, momentum takes over, and the task becomes easier. The key is to commit to taking one small step right away. Whether it's making a phone call, writing a single sentence, or completing one small task, taking that first action is the key to unlocking the rest of the process. This is why it's essential to set small, actionable goals for yourself. When you begin each day by completing a task, no matter how small, you create a sense of accomplishment. This accomplishment fuels the next step, and soon, you'll find yourself making continuous progress toward your larger goals. Action breeds more action. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about starting now. Turning knowledge into action. It's common to seek knowledge before taking action, thinking that we must learn everything before we can start. While learning is important, it's equally essential to remember that knowledge without action is powerless. You must apply the knowledge you gain. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of learning and planning, but nothing happens unless you take action. For example, you might study financial strategies or business plans, but if you never put them into practice, they remain theoretical. The real power lies in doing. Take the information you've gathered and implement it. Even if it's imperfect, taking action will provide real-world experience and insights that learning alone never can. The feedback you get from action will help you adjust and improve your approach. The role of self-discipline in action. Discipline is one of the most crucial elements of successful action. It is the ability to stay focused and committed, even when distractions arise or when your motivation wanes. Self-discipline is what ensures that you stay on track and continue working toward your goals every day, regardless of how you feel. Discipline comes in many forms: waking up early to work on your goals, sticking to a schedule, resisting the urge to procrastinate, and making sacrifices in the short term for long-term gain. It is a practice that strengthens over time. The more disciplined you are, the more capable you become of taking consistent, productive action. Self-discipline is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, and continuing to work toward your goal, no matter how long it takes. Leveraging action for feedback and improvement. Taking action provides valuable feedback that allows you to assess your progress and make improvements. No plan is perfect from the start. The only way to know what works and what doesn't is to take action. When you act, you gather data. What went well, what needs improvement, and where you can adjust your strategy. This feedback loop is essential for growth. When you take action, you begin to refine your approach, learning from your mistakes and adjusting your tactics. This continuous process of taking action, learning, and improving is what leads to eventual success. It's important to view each step as an experiment, with each success and failure offering valuable lessons. Practical steps for taking action. Start small. Break your goal down into smaller tasks that you can easily tackle. Focus on completing these tasks one at a time and celebrate each small win along the way. Commit to consistency. Make a commitment to take action every day. No matter how small, consistency builds momentum and keeps you moving forward. Take immediate action. Overcome procrastination by committing to start with just one small task. Taking that first step is often the hardest part, but once you begin, momentum will carry you forward. Create a daily action plan. Every day, plan the specific tasks you need to complete. Set a clear agenda and stick to it. Even if you don't feel like it, take the necessary steps. Practice self-discipline. Cultivate the ability to focus on your goals, even when distractions arise. Set boundaries, avoid procrastination, and stay committed to the actions you've outlined. Seek feedback and adjust. Evaluate your actions and the results they produce. Identify what's working and what's not, and make adjustments as needed. View failure as feedback, not defeat. Conclusion. Action is the force that brings your dreams into the physical world. Without action, your goals remain as distant, unrealized fantasies. The key to success is not just to think, plan, and dream, but to consistently take the necessary steps, no matter how small, to move you closer to your goals. Break down your goals, fight through resistance, and take immediate, focused action. The road to success is paved with consistent effort, and every step forward brings you closer to making your vision a reality. Take action now, and let your journey begin. Lesson 5. Trust. Letting go of control and allowing the universe to work. Key concept. After you visualized your goals, created a clear plan, and started taking consistent action, the next critical step is to trust the process. Trust is the ability to let go of the need to control every aspect of your journey. It is the recognition that the path to your desires will unfold in its own time, according to its own rhythm. While you are responsible for your actions, trust involves surrendering the constant need for control and allowing the universe, or whatever you believe is guiding your path, to do its part in making your dreams a reality. Trust is not passive. It doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means having the confidence that you have already taken the right steps. And now, with faith and patience, you must allow things to unfold. This is where the real strength comes in. Being able to remain committed and consistent, knowing that the universe, your higher self, or whatever force you believe in, will provide you with the right opportunities at the right time. Trust is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, especially when things don't seem to be moving as quickly as you'd like. The role of patience and trust. One of the most challenging aspects of trust is patience. In a world of instant gratification, we expect quick results. We want our efforts to pay off immediately, and when they don't, doubt creeps in. However, the path to success is not linear, and it rarely happens in the timeline we expect. Trusting the process means understanding that everything happens in its own time, and that the universe operates on its own schedule. Patience is not about waiting idly for something to happen. It's about continuing to take action, while knowing that your efforts are working behind the scenes. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your efforts need time to materialize into the results you seek. Trust is the belief that the work you're doing now will pay off in the future. It's the recognition that success doesn't happen overnight, and that sometimes the universe needs to make adjustments, align the right people, and create the perfect circumstances for your success to manifest. Letting go of the need for immediate results. When you focus solely on immediate results, you may miss the bigger picture. If you focus too much on what you think should happen now, you may overlook the signs, lessons, and opportunities that are unfolding right in front of you. By constantly pushing for quick results, you risk becoming frustrated, discouraged, and distracted from your original goal. Letting go of the need for immediate gratification means releasing the tight grip on your expectations. It means trusting that what is meant for you will come to you at the right time, even if it doesn't come as quickly as you'd like. It's not about passively waiting. It's about being actively patient and confident in the process. When you trust the timing of your journey, you allow yourself the freedom to continue taking consistent action without obsessing over the speed of results. Releasing control and surrendering to the process. One of the most difficult aspects of trust is the act of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means letting go of the need to control every outcome. We often get caught up in trying to micromanage every detail, believing that if we don't control every part of the process, it will fail. However, real success comes when you stop trying to control everything and allow the universe to help guide you toward your goal. This act of surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a demonstration of strength. It requires immense faith and confidence in your own abilities and in the process. Trusting that what is meant for you will come to you without forcing it is a powerful act. When you surrender, you open yourself up to unexpected opportunities, new paths, and creative solutions that you might have missed if you were trying to control everything. The importance of belief and faith. Trusting the process requires belief in both yourself and in the process itself. You must believe that the actions you've taken are moving you closer to your goal, even when you can't see immediate evidence of it. This belief fuels the trust that you will eventually reach your destination. Faith is not about certainty. It's about believing in something greater than yourself and surrendering to the unknown. Having faith also means trusting that even when things don't go according to plan, there is a larger picture at play. Setbacks and obstacles aren't signs that you should give up. They are opportunities to learn, adjust, and grow. The universe often provides challenges that push you to develop the skills, resilience, and strength you need to succeed. Trust is believing that these challenges are simply part of the process and that you are being prepared for what's ahead. Trusting in your inner guidance. As you take action, trust is also about listening to your inner voice, the gut feelings, instincts, and intuitions that guide you along your journey. Your subconscious mind holds wisdom that the conscious mind may not be aware of. When you learn to trust your intuition, you allow yourself to make decisions with confidence, even when the path isn't crystal clear. Often, your intuition will guide you to take a step that doesn't make immediate sense, but in retrospect, it will be the right move. This intuitive guidance comes from being in alignment with your goals and your vision. When you trust yourself, you are more likely to notice the subtle nudges and signs that are pointing you in the right direction. Trusting your inner guidance helps you make choices that are congruent with your purpose and leads you toward the right opportunities. Trust and the law of attraction. Trusting the process is also deeply connected to the law of attraction. When you trust, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance, confidence, and positivity. The law of attraction is based on the idea that like attracts like. When you trust that your desires will manifest, you align with the vibration of success, and you attract people, situations, and opportunities that will help bring your vision into reality. Trust also helps eliminate the fear and doubt that can block the flow of abundance. Fear and doubt create resistance, which is the opposite of attraction. When you trust the process, you eliminate resistance and allow the law of attraction to work freely and in your favor. Trust is an essential component of manifestation, and without it, you will struggle to attract the results you want. Practical steps for trusting the process. Practice patience. Understand that success takes time. Focus on the actions you can take now, and trust that they will bring results in their own time. Practice patience by acknowledging that the universe operates on its own timeline. Release the need for control. Let go of the urge to micromanage every detail of your journey. Focus on what you can control: your actions, mindset, and attitude, and trust that the rest will unfold. Have faith in yourself and the process. Believe that you are on the right path, even when the results are not immediate. Trust that everything you are doing is moving you closer to your goal, even if you can't yet see the full picture. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your gut feelings and inner guidance. Trust that your instincts will lead you in the right direction. When you feel uncertain, take a moment to check in with yourself and ask, what does my inner voice tell me? Embrace setbacks as lessons. When challenges arise, view them as opportunities for growth, not signs that you are on the wrong path. Trust that you are being guided to develop the qualities you need to achieve your goal. Visualize with trust. As you visualize your success, trust that it will come in due time. Let go of any attachment to a specific timeline, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Conclusion. Trust is the unseen force that carries you through the inevitable ups and downs of your journey toward your goals. It is the belief that you are on the right path, that the universe is supporting your efforts, and that the results will come at the right time. Trusting the process frees you from anxiety, doubt, and impatience, allowing you to move forward with confidence. By practicing patience, surrendering control, and believing in the unfolding of your desires, you will find that your goals manifest more easily and effortlessly. Trust the journey, trust the process, and most importantly, trust yourself. Lesson 6. Alignment. Maintaining focus and consistency. Key concept. Alignment is the final pillar that holds up the structure of your success. It is the process of making sure that your thoughts, feelings, and actions are consistently in harmony with the goals you've set. Alignment is not about having a perfect plan, nor is it about only taking action when it feels easy. Alignment is about remaining focused on your vision, aligning your beliefs with your goals, and consistently moving forward, even when obstacles arise or when your motivation wavers. The universe, the subconscious mind, and the law of attraction all respond to the energy you put out. And alignment is what ensures that you send the right energy into the world, leading to the manifestation of your desires. The importance of alignment. When you are aligned with your goals, everything becomes easier. Opportunities flow naturally, obstacles become manageable, and you start to see synchronicities that guide you toward success. However, if you are out of alignment, you may experience resistance, confusion, or a sense of being stuck. Misalignment creates internal conflict, causing doubt, procrastination, and a lack of clarity. To achieve success, you must ensure that every part of you is working in harmony with your vision. This means your thoughts, emotions, actions, and beliefs must all be in sync with the future you are creating. Alignment isn't a one-time task. It's a continuous practice. Every moment you take action or make a decision, you must ask yourself, does this action align with my goals and vision? This process of checking in with yourself will keep you focused, ensure you're making progress, and help you stay true to your ultimate vision. Alignment of thoughts. The first and most important aspect of alignment is the alignment of your thoughts. Your mind is the starting point for all creation. What you think shapes what you believe, and your beliefs shape your actions and results. If your thoughts are constantly filled with doubt, fear, or confusion, you will attract situations and circumstances that reflect those negative thoughts. To align your thoughts, you need to intentionally focus on thoughts that empower you, thoughts that are congruent with your goals. To achieve mental alignment, practice mindfulness and awareness of your thoughts. Are your thoughts supporting your vision? Are they consistent with what you want to create? When you catch yourself thinking thoughts that aren't aligned with your goals, gently shift them. This can be done through affirmations, positive self-talk, and mental reframing. For example, if you're working toward financial independence and catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to afford that," shift it to, "I am creating the financial abundance I need to achieve my goals." This small shift in thought starts to align your mind with the belief that abundance is possible, and that belief will guide your actions. Alignment of emotions. Emotions are incredibly powerful and play a crucial role in alignment. Your emotions are an energetic signal that tell you whether you are in alignment with your desires or not. Positive emotions like excitement, joy, and gratitude signal that you are on the right track, while negative emotions like fear, anger, or frustration can indicate misalignment. When you feel negative emotions, it's essential to stop and assess the situation. Are your emotions being triggered by fear, limiting beliefs, or doubt? If so, you need to realign with your vision. Ask yourself what would feel better and shift your focus toward thoughts and feelings that empower you. Gratitude is a powerful tool for emotional realignment. When you focus on what you are grateful for, it shifts your energy and brings you into alignment with abundance. Example: if you feel frustration because your progress isn't as fast as you expected, pause and take a moment to reflect on your journey. Think about the progress you've already made and feel gratitude for the lessons you've learned. This practice of gratitude realigns you with positivity and reinforces the belief that everything is happening in the perfect time. Alignment of actions. Actions are the tangible steps that move you toward your goals, and they must be aligned with your vision. When your thoughts and emotions are in alignment with your goals, taking action becomes natural. However, when there is internal conflict, when your thoughts and emotions are out of sync with your vision, taking action can feel difficult or uninspired. To ensure your actions are aligned, break down your vision into specific actionable steps. As you take these steps, ask yourself if the actions you are taking reflect the person you need to become to achieve your goals. For example, if your goal is to run a successful business, are your daily actions reflecting the discipline, creativity, and resilience that a successful entrepreneur embodies? Are you managing your time effectively? Are you taking the right steps toward growth? Even small daily actions can have a powerful impact when they are aligned with your vision. The key is consistency. Consistent action, taken from a place of clarity and alignment, is what will eventually bring your vision into reality. Aligning beliefs with your vision. Beliefs are deeply ingrained and often form the foundation for your thoughts and actions. If your beliefs are misaligned with your vision, it can be challenging to achieve your goals. For instance, if you want to build wealth but secretly believe that money is hard to come by, or that you're not capable of achieving financial success, this belief will create internal resistance and prevent you from taking the necessary actions to achieve your goal. To realign your beliefs, identify any limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Replace them with empowering beliefs that support your vision. This process can take time, as deeply held beliefs don't change overnight. However, by consistently reinforcing new, positive beliefs through affirmations, visualization, and actions, you will slowly replace the old, limiting beliefs with ones that empower you to move forward. Aligning with your higher purpose. Your vision and goals should not only be aligned with your personal desires, but with a larger purpose that drives you. Aligning with your higher purpose gives your goals deeper meaning and makes the process more fulfilling. When you connect your actions to a greater sense of purpose, whether it's helping others, leaving a legacy, or contributing to something bigger than yourself, your work becomes more meaningful and rewarding. To connect with your higher purpose, take time to reflect on why you are pursuing your goals. What is the impact you want to have on the world or on the people around you? When your actions are aligned with this deeper purpose, you'll find more joy in the process, and the journey will feel more fulfilling. Practical steps for alignment. Monitor your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts throughout the day. Are they supporting your goals, or are they holding you back? Practice shifting negative thoughts and affirming beliefs that align with your desires. Check your emotions. Be mindful of your emotions. If you feel out of alignment, take a moment to reflect and shift your focus to gratitude, positivity, and the belief that your desires are already on their way. Take consistent, aligned action. Each action you take should be in harmony with your long-term vision. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and take consistent action that moves you toward those goals. Ask yourself daily, are my actions aligned with the person I want to become? Reevaluate your beliefs. Identify any beliefs that may be holding you back. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones that support your vision. Use affirmations, visualization, and positive actions to reinforce these new beliefs. Connect with your purpose. Regularly check in with the deeper purpose behind your goals. Ask yourself why you are pursuing these desires and how they will contribute to a larger cause or impact. Align your actions with this higher purpose for greater fulfillment. Conclusion. Alignment is the key to consistent progress and success. It is the process of ensuring that every aspect of your life, your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions are in harmony with the future you are creating. When you are aligned with your goals, everything becomes easier. Opportunities come naturally, obstacles become manageable, and your journey feels more purposeful and fulfilling. Alignment is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing practice that keeps you focused and on track. By staying true to your vision and making sure your inner world reflects the outer world you want to create, you will manifest your desires with ease and grace. Thank you, GrimFace warriors, for your dedication and commitment to embracing the power within. Your journey is one of strength, resilience, and relentless pursuit of your highest potential. Remember, you are the architects of your own destiny, and every step you take brings you closer to your true power. To those of you new to the GrimFace movement, welcome. You've just taken the first step toward reclaiming control over your life and breaking free from the constraints that hold you back. This is a place for those who are willing to face the darkness, to build themselves up from the ashes, and to rise stronger than ever before. If you're ready to transform, ready to take action, and ready to become the force you're meant to be, make sure to subscribe. Join the GrimFace movement, and together, we'll walk this path of self-mastery and empowerment. This is just the beginning. Let's make it count. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. We're in this together.